So just to touch on some frequently asked questions, we'll just go through some here that we've got from some of our customers and people online and stuff. So one of the questions that I've got up in front of me here is, what happens at night or on a cloudy day, Jordan?
What happens at night on a cloudy day? So at night, obviously, if there is no sun at all, so it's not going to be generating nothing. So that's why when we use the formula to work out how much you're going to be generating per year, we do that over the sun times of the day.
Yep.
Because certain times of the day it's going to be generating more than other parts of the day.
Yeah.
Especially at night, there's nothing at all.
Yeah.
Cloudy days, yes, it's going to be not as efficient. But also at the same time, with solar panels, you don't want it too hot because they'll be less efficient as well. So there is a exact temperature is a good. It's better for you. Yeah, better for the panels. So yeah,
There's obviously not a lot of people. It's a bit of a
bit of a tricky one to ask. Yeah, to ask, because they say and they say England's not very cloudy, isn't it? But England is one of the best countries for solar panels.
there's a bit of a misconception,
Isn't it? Yeah. So because of the sun, you don't necessarily need the sun. It's more the daylight as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. Another question for you then, Craig. Do I need a battery?
Need is a strong word. I'd strongly advise you to get a battery should you have a solar installation. Yes. There's very few, if any, examples when I could sort of suggest you wouldn't need one. If you're home all day, or potentially if you work nights, for example, and you're home all day, even then I would still get a battery, because like we just touched on, actually, with the night and the cloudy day, say you were to work nights and come home during the day, obviously if you come home at 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun's it's not even out yet, it's maybe just there. Obviously you're not going to be able to use that solar energy yet because it's not there. So having that battery still in place then is so yeah, the answer to the question really is yes. I'd say you do really need a battery. It'd be silly not to, especially just because
Yeah. So I totally agree with you on that one. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would always recommend a battery, and the price of so there's not a huge amount of price
No.
for a battery to input on there. And you don't want to lose anything. Any electric you gain, any energy you gain, you want to try and store it or sell it back, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't want to sell it all back and then realize you've got to buy it back off them, because you never get the same amount of money back. When you're never going to get the price back from what you send it to them. They're going to gain some money off you. So yeah, it still costs more to buy the energy from them than sending it back to them.
But I mean, obviously, in terms of the batteries, obviously we understand that these batteries are not cheap in the grand scheme of things. £2,000 to £4,000, potentially even £6,000. What we can do is, obviously, even with the finance, if it is a bit too expensive at the start, say we get you 10, 12 panels on the roof to start with, and unfortunately finances may not be there, or it just might not be the right time, what we can do is we can still do the installation, and then we can potentially add a battery later on down the line. And with that, we actually do that with a lot of our clients, is sort of, they get the solar installation, we add a battery, say a 5 kilowatt battery, and then sometimes that's just not enough. We can do as many calculations as we want. Unfortunately, we don't always get it right. So yeah, working out, it's a bit of trial and error once you've got them installed. So once they're installed, you work out what your usage is. If that 5 kilowatts not enough, it's really, really easy, just to add another battery on top. Especially with most of the ones that we've got.
I was going to say the ones we use literally.
Yeah, you literally,
there's no labour involved, is there?
Exactly that.
It's just the cost of the battery, then, isn't it?
Just the cost of the battery, yeah. And they just literally, most of them just stack on top of each other, so we can come back, stack another battery on, and away you go. Literally an hour, 2 hours work. So yeah, again, finishing off that question there. You don't need a battery, but I would strongly always recommend you to have one. So next question here, we've got, how long do solar panels last?
Wow, that's a question. They don't 100% know. They're at least 25 years, isn't it? But
yeah,
a lot of our panels, a lot of our installation work is at least guaranteed for 10 years, if not more. They do last quite a long time. The inverters and the batteries now, they last a very long time.
Yeah.
Panels, they're not actually, the panels aren't the expensive part. There's more the inverters and stuff like that involved.
Yeah, the
panels. And going forward, a lot of our customers from 5 years ago to now are upgrading their panels because there's better quality panels out there now, the better efficiency wise. So yeah, questions are obviously how long they last. At least 25 years, if not longer
I
than that.
Yeah, just to touch on that as well. I think it's the same with anything. It lasts as long as you look after it. I mean, that's
What a care
that's
package for.
that's one of the reasons why we offer a care package. And a lot of the solar panel brands, they actually say that in order for you to have your warranty, you have to clean the panels. So you have to look after them. You have to make sure they're serviced. So that's obviously comes involved in part with our care package. So I mean, a solar panel can last 10 years, it can last 30 years. Obviously, the more the better you look after it, the longer it's going to last. And yeah, obviously that also helps with the warranty. So say what you've got a 20-year warranty and you've looked after it and it dies or doesn't work, stops working after 15 years, then obviously you are covered by the warranty. And obviously give us a call, give one of the team a call, and we'd be happy to come and change that for you and cover it in the warranty.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Next question.
Next question. Well, talking about that then, maintenance. How much maintenance do solar panels need?
How much maintenance do solar panels need? I don't think a lot of maintenance really. I think obviously quarterly, just having a sort of a check. I mean, with the apps and things now, it would sort of tell you if there's any sort of efficiency issues, if there's any, how long you've had it installed, when's the next service due, and stuff like that. So I don't think it needs a massive amount of maintenance. In terms of like the checks on them, the actual visual checks and the testing and the servicing, I'd say that was annually. But obviously just check up there as often as you can. But realistically, the maintenance is minimal on them.
Yeah, it's focused a lot from our care package. It's an annually check and clean. So you obviously clean of it every year. We recommend checking off of the bird cage, the bird blockers at the side,
Exactly.
and then a test on the system to make sure that obviously the cables are still intact and okay.
Yeah.
And that's really the main part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't really hear anything back from the solar. It's very few and far between. Like I said, the technology's there now. The quality is there now, especially with the products that we choose. And yeah, rarely get any problems with it. The odd occasion that we do ask people. We have talked about this, me and Jordan. We are looking at potentially bringing in sort of not just a care plan, but a care package, as it were. So if anything was to go wrong, obviously you pay a monthly subscription. And we would get, obviously there'd be different stages to that. So you've got bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. And then if there was something wrong with it, with 24-hour call out, that's all free. But again, this is very early doors in that sense. So I'll keep the cards close to the chest, but just watch this space there. It is definitely something that we're looking to do in the pipeline, and yeah, looking forward to do it. So yeah, that's that question. Let's move on to the next one. So Jordan, will solar panels power my entire home?
That is a good question.
Thank you.
That depends on the size of your home. Depends how many obviously solar panels you want, batteries. But the answer is yes, it can. It can power your whole home, and you can be off grid if you want to go that far.
Yep.
Um,
Believe that.
so yeah, there is a lot of people that are not paying no energy at all, electricity bills at all. So yeah, it's something that you'd have to do some calculations with, work out exactly how much you are using, especially if you've got a space as well. So a lot of these like homesteaders, the people who've got lands, they can live off grid.
Yep.
Because they've got the room to be able to have these ground mount systems that can generate and to store these batteries.
Yep.
And obviously these big houses as well. Because so with solar panels, you can have solar panels that they can generate that can power your air source heat pump, that can power your electric vehicle charger, and then obviously you've got batteries in there to be able to use what you're using on a day. So yeah, it can. You do have to be your lifestyle's got to change a little bit. You can't just come home and go, well, I'm going to put the kettle on and toaster on and the microwave on at the same time. Because the drawing of that will so that you'd end up having to pay a bit of electricity, but it will if you change how the way your lifestyle is, you can come home and turn your kettle on, and that will be
Yeah,
free.
that's that adaptation, isn't it?
It's the adaptation. It's not like a lot of people don't think they come home from work and your wife can go upstairs and have a shower. You put the kettle on, you chuck the oven on, and then your kids put some toast in the toast. Put some bread in the toaster to toast it.
Yeah.
And yeah, is that
Adaptation. It's about living smarter, isn't it?
living smarter, and especially obviously, like I said, another thing is bringing in this smart home lighting as well.
Yeah.
With the LEDs and stuff like that. All the power is minimal nowadays. It's I said you had the old 60-watt halogen lights now to a 3-watt
Yeah, exactly.
LED light.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's all coming together, isn't it?
it's all coming together, and it's just becoming easier and easier to become self-efficient
Yeah, I agree.
moving forward. So yeah,
So yeah, the answer is yes. I suppose it can power your entire home.
yes, yeah. Question for you then, Craig: will solar increase my property value?
I believe so. Yeah. So the answer to that question is yeah. I'd say so. It'd be very unlikely, a very unlikely circumstance where solar wouldn't increase the property value. So that's obviously not just from the fact of the new house buyer, the new occupier will be able to not pay energy bills or pay very minimal energy bills. But the actual cost of the solar installation, obviously, as we talked, of £10,000 to £15,000 roughly for an average solar installation. Obviously, that's on the roof. That's being sold with the house. So yeah, of course, it's going to add value to the property. And yeah, it's a lot easier to do than it used to be. And obviously, the way that we work, we try and get in and out of there not as quickly. Well, it is as quickly as possible. We still do the job right, but obviously, we try to get a good team around us so we know where we are. We orchestrate it well. So we've got a team going in to get the scaffolding up, and then we've got the solar panels being installed, and then we've got the electricians coming in to do all the electrical work. So yeah,
This comes out of like our planning. Our planning is on point, isn't it?
Yeah.
But also we use our system. So yeah, all of our CRM system, isn't it? So we everything is logged on there.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what they're doing, where they got to be, what materials they need, when the materials are going to arrive. Or everything is put together
exactly.
and planned to perfection, really. So it's done in the best quality, the quickest as well in the time. Don't want to spread it. You want scaffolding up 2-3 weeks before, and then
Which obviously comes back to the property value as well then, because a lot of people, it's a big operation. Obviously we orchestrate it really well. We get in and out of there really well, as fast as we can, but obviously to the best of our ability as well. But a lot of people don't actually like to do that process because obviously, like Jordan said, it's got the scaffolding up, you've got this, you've got that, you've got that. So a lot of people shy away from it for that reason. So obviously, if you're buying a new property and you've got solar already installed, it's sort of a win-win situation, isn't it? So yeah, the answer to that question, will solar increase my property value? Yes, I believe it would. It'd be the very, very minimal circumstances where it wouldn't. So moving on to the next question now, we have got, is my home a good candidate for solar?
well, that's obviously what we're here for, really. I would say near enough most homes would be, unless I don't know your house in the middle of a forest. I suppose it would be
No, or in a cave.
or in a cave. Yeah, or in a cave. Yes, or in the bottom of a mountain.
Mm. Yeah, very few exceptions.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be. Everyone seems to think it's got to be south-facing. Yes, it's ideal with south-facing because you get them some most majority of the time, but you can have your house doesn't have to face that way.
No.
And yeah, and like I said, you could have a pitch roof, a flat roof, no roof if you want to. Like I said, if there's land on the side, you can put it on the side of your house. You can put it on your garage roof, put it on your floor in your back garden.
Well, we had a customer just down the road from our office, didn't we? He had all 4 sides of his house.
All 4 sides, yeah. And that, yeah, he worked out that it actually was more. We worked out as more efficient and not more efficient, more energy cost effective, I should say.
Yeah.
To put them on all 4, and it generated them enough on there that it worked out to be more beneficial to have them on those sides and not.
Yeah, definitely.
That was one though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that. And we've got, like I said, another one down the road as well in the town next to us. He's just got a static caravan, hasn't he? But it's on land.
Yeah.
So ground mount system.
Yep.
And wind turbines going on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he's got no electricity there, so that's going to be self-efficient.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the answer to the question, and as I guess the majority of homes, if not all of them, are good candidates for solar. There are going to be exceptions, as Jordan just touched on.
That's what we're here for.
Certain areas and that, yeah. But again, we're a friendly team. We're a friendly team, very experienced. Got all the information that you're going to need, so we can talk you through that. We've got websites, showroom, brochures, and yeah, anyone at the end of the phone who will be more than happy to help. Any questions, just give us a shout and we can talk you through it and see if your home is a good candidate for solar.
Thank you ever so much for watching. Please look on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Like, share, and follow. Like, share, and follow.
Like, share, and follow. Yeah, and obviously have a look at our websites as well. Yeah,
Really, thank you for joining us today. Obviously, like Jordan said, please do look onto our social media channels. Obviously, YouTube, we've got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But obviously the electrical contractor side of things, we're up and running. The renewables is a new brand, so anything you can do to help us, whether that's like our page, follow, share, anything like that, would be greatly appreciated. Any questions that you've got, please feel free to ask us. We'll obviously get back to you as quickly as we can. Like I said earlier in the podcast, we usually aim to do that within 24 hours. And
any questions on this, really, as I said, we'll be filming the next one. So yeah, Q&A for next session.
that's a good.
Get them sent in for us, and then we'll answer them for you.
Yeah, definitely. So set this time next month, we'll be doing another one. So any questions that you want answered, perhaps in the meantime, do let us know. We're happy to answer them,
and we'll potentially be bringing a special guest on.
Just about saying that. Potentially going to have a special guest next month.
Nothing find out. Nothing special. Yeah,
nothing's in writing at the moment, but so we're going to keep our cards close to our chest. But we definitely have got some exciting things lined up for the future going forward. So watch this space. So obviously that's all from me, Craig, director,
and Jordan. Yeah, thanks so much for listening. And like I said, like, share, and follow, and tell everyone about it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.